Hello, everyone, and welcome to the continuation of the 2018 Colorado Rockies Strat Super Advanced Replay. Today, the Rockies will be hosting the Miami Marlins, and today's pitching matchup is Caleb Smith for the Marlins and German Marquez for the Rockies. And we'll just go ahead and get started here. Leading off and playing left field, the Cleveland, Ohio product, Derek Dietrich. And Dietrich starts off the game with a swing and a miss, strike three. And here is the right fielder, Brian Anderson. And that's a fly ball left field. Right there is Gerardo Parra. He makes the play, and that's two down here in the top half of the first. Nobody on and no score. And here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. And that's a line drive right to Trevor Story, and that'll retire the side in order. We go to the bottom half of the first. The Marlins nothing, and the Rockies coming to bat. And leading off and playing second base is DJ LeMahieu. And that's a line drive right back up the middle, base hit. And they will not hold LeMahieu, and the Rockies have the leadoff batter aboard. And here is the center fielder, Charlie Blackmon. And that's high and outside, ball four. So Caleb Smith a little shaky here to start. And the Rockies are in business now. They will hold Blackmon on, since they will hold LeMahieu on. And here's Nolan Arenado with two on and nobody out. And that's a long fly ball. Deep left center field. Going back on it is Dietrich, and he will watch it go. Home run, Nolan Arenado, and just like that, it is 3-0 Rockies. Just to remind you, the ballpark effects are 1 to 15 for homer and 1 to 19 for singles, and that was a 1, so that was a no-doubter. And here is Trevor Story, the shortstop. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. So the first out of the inning is recorded here on a strikeout. And here's Ian Desmond, the first baseman. And that's high and outside, ball four. So Caleb Smith having a case of the yips so far. And they will hold Desmond on. Caleb Smith actually has a really good hold rating. So they have nothing to worry about. They'll hold him on anyways. And here's Tom Murphy, the catcher. And 2 and a 1. That is a balk rating. He has no balk. So we will re-roll. All right, for to the third baseman, that's Yadiel Rivera. That could be interesting. 3 and a 13. Is that going to be enough to where he could turn 2? No. But E8 and an 11. He'll go the short way to get Desmond. However, the return throw is not in time, and Murphy replaces Desmond on first base. And here is Gerardo Parra with a runner on first and 2 down, and the Rockies with a 3-0 lead. And that's a ground ball right to the shortstop. JT Riddle throws to first, and that'll retire the side. But not before the 3-run homer by Nolan Arenado gives the Rockies a 3-0 lead. And here is Marquez. He will face the first baseman, Justin Bohr. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. And that's the second strikeout for Marquez. And here is Starlin Castro, the second baseman. Ground ball right to the shortstop, Story. On to Desmond. That's 2 away. Here in the top half of the second. And here is JT Riddle, the shortstop. And that's a 4-3 lefty. Line drive right to LeMahieu, and that'll retire the side in order. We go to the bottom half of the second. Rockies 3, Marlins nothing. And Smith will face the bottom of the order, Cuevas, Marquez, and then back to LeMahieu. And here's the pitch to Noel Cuevas playing right field. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball to the shortstop Riddle. On to Bohr, and that's one away. And here is German Marquez. To the third baseman, Rivera. That's going to be a tough play. Oh, nice diving stop. He'll get to it. E8 and a 13. Great play by Yadiel Rivera. Gets up and gets Marquez for the second out of the inning. We go back to the top of the order. It's DJ LeMahieu. Singled and scored his first time up. And here's the pitch to LeMahieu. And that's a line drive base hit. So DJ LeMahieu's seeing the ball well today. And that'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. They will not hold on LeMahieu. 2-5 against the lefty. And that's a line drive base hit right back up the middle. Hitting second, not stopping there. LeMahieu will go to third. And the Rockies have runners on the corners for Nolan Arenado. And here's Caleb Smith. His day may not be long if he gets the repeat. Nothing on that D20. And that's a line drive, and it'll squeak past the third baseman, Rivera. And that'll land, and in to score is LeMahieu. Right now, this is turning into the Nolan Arenado show. It's Nolan Arenado 4, the Marlins nothing. And here is Trevor Story, struck out his first time up. Oh, the 2 on the D20 means we check for pass ball. And I do not have, Remoto is a pass ball of 3, that's a 10. So we do not check, we do not, that would have been a home run check. And instead, that's a ground ball to third. Rivera on to first, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies add another, thanks to the Arenado RBI single, and it's 4-0 Rockies. All right, and Marquez will face the bottom third of the order, starting with the center fielder, J.B. Shuck. And against the lefty, that's a base hit into right field past the first baseman. And Shuck is on. They will hold him on. 0-0. There's 2. Now they'll. Here's Yadiel Rivera. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And here comes the pitcher, Smith. And they will bring the corners in, and Smith will be a B bunter, which means I'll take away this D20. Will now see if there's a wild pitch. And we will go off the super advanced sacrifice. B and a 9. That might not be good. B and a 9. No, it's okay. He got the bunt down, makes the first baseman, Desmond, field it, and he'll give himself up, and they'll tag him out. Going to second is Shuck, and it's runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Derek Dietrich, struck out his first time up. And here's the pitch to Dietrich. And that's a fly ball left field. Coming in a few steps is Para, and that'll retire the side. Marlins leave 1, and after 2.5, it's the Rockies 4, the Marlins nothing. And here's Ian Desmond. Walked his first time up. And that's a fly ball center field. Shuck under it and puts it away. And that's the first out. Here is Tom Murphy, the catcher. Grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And takes a mighty hack and swing and a miss, strike 3. And here is Gerardo Parra. That's a fly ball center field. Going back a couple of steps is Sheck, and that'll retire the side in order. After 3 complete, it's the Rockies 4, the Marlins nothing. And here is Brian Anderson. He is 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. And that's a fly ball to the right fielder. That's Cuevas, and that'll get down and get past Cuevas. He's 7 and an 11. That's fine, but a 4 and a 2, and that goes all the way to the wall, and Anderson's in with a stand-up double. And here's JT Realmuto. And they will not hold Anderson on. Okay. And once again, that's a fly ball to left field, but this time Gerardo Parra, he'll get to it. He's 6 and a 12. There is no 12, 2 and a 10. And he'll get there and put it away. And going back to second is Brian Anderson. And here is Justin Bohr, a strikeout victim his first time up. And that's a ground ball to short. Story looks like he'll take care of this. 14 and a 9. Yes, he will. Now, that's a G1. Yes, it is. Just barely on a 1. So G1 with a runner on second. Let's see. Now, they'll take the sure out 6-3. But Anderson moves the third, but there are 2 outs. And here is Starlin Castro, the second baseman. And here's the pitch to... And it's right to the third baseman, Arenado. Throws, and got him. The Marlins strand another runner. And after 3.5, it's the Rockies 4, the Marlins nothing. And leading off the bottom half of the fourth, Noel Cuevas grounded out to short his first time up. And gets caught looking, strike 3. And here's German Marquez. 3-5, and Marquez rips one up the middle, base hit. That's not so much of a shock. He did hit 300 on the season. And Marquez is on with 1 out, and here's DJ LeMahieu, 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. And they will not hold Marquez on. 5-8, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's 2 down here in the bottom half of the fourth with Rockies leading 4-0. And here is Charlie Blackmon, 1 for 1 on the day, single and a walk. And that's a high fly ball. Deep right center field. Going back on it is Anderson, and he will watch it go. Home run, Charlie Blackmon. And he is having himself a day. 5-2 against the lefty is the Diamond, and the Diamond did not hold this one. And the Rockies now take a 6-0 lead. Ooh, I don't think Smith will be long for this game. Okay, here is Nolan Arenado. 3-3 against the lefty, and that's high and outside, ball 4. And Nolan Arenado's on for the 3rd time today. And here's Trevor Story. They will not hold Arenado. 3-7 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Riddle on to Bohr, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies add 2 more. And after 4, it's the Rockies 6 and the Marlins nothing. And here is JT Riddle to lead off the top half of the 5th. If they somehow get the Smith spot, I think they will pinch hit for him. And against the lefty, that's a curveball in there, strike 3. So Riddle goes down looking. And here is J.B. Shuck, singled his only time up. Whoops, and that's a foul ball. And that's to the right fielder. That's Cuevas. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. And it is over his head. And that'll rattle around. And into third with a triple is J.B. Shuck. Oh, boy. Well, Cuevas getting to be a disadvantage in right field. And the Marlins have a runner on third with 1 out. And here's Yadiel Rivera. They're going to play the infield back. They'll give up a run for an out. And here's Marquez. I don't have to bother with that. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets a high fastball past Rivera. And here's the pitcher, Caleb Smith. Yeah, I guess we will. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll pinch hit for him. Miguel Rojas will pinch hit for Caleb Smith as he gets an early exit. Okay. And Drew Rucinski will be coming in, or Rucinski will be coming into the game to pitch in the top and the bottom half of the 5th. So here's Rojas, a chance to drive in the first run for the Marlins. And that's a ground ball to short. Story is a 1, so he'll get to it. And 14 and an 8. And Trevor Story makes the play and throws it to first, and that'll retire the side. Marlins leave another runner in scoring position. Actually, second inning in a row, leave a runner on third. And after 4.5, it's the Rockies 6 and the Marlins nothing. And Drew Rucinski is going to come in and take over for Caleb Smith, who gave up 6 runs in 4 innings. Okay, and here's Ian Desmond. Righty-righty matchup. Rucinski is a righty. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop Riddle on to Bohr. And that's 1 down here in the bottom half of the 5th. That'll bring up Tom Murphy. Reached base on a fielder's choice and struck out his 2 plate appearances. And just like last time, a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Murphy is the second out here in the bottom half of the 5th. And here is Gerardo Parra. That's a line drive. That'll get past the second baseman and into right field. And the Rockies have a base runner. And here's Noel Cuevas. At 2 and a 4. And that's not a pass ball because we know that Riddle is a PB, or Realmuto is a PB3. So we will re-roll without the red D20. And it's a ground ball back to the mound, and Rucinski might not get this. 3 and a 2. No, this will go off his glove. And E0, we don't have to worry about that, but That'll go off the glove, and Parra will go to second, and that'll bring up Marquez, and he's not one to be, you can't sleep on him. He's got a good stick for a pitcher. And here's Marquez up against Ruchinski. 3-3 and a 15. Oh no, 3-3 against a righty. I was looking at a lefty. That's a ground ball to first. Bohr ranges over, throws to Ruchinski covering, and that'll retire the side. We are through 5, 6-0 Rockies. And Ruchinski may come out for a second inning as well. And here's Marquez. Now this is his point of weakness inning. For those that have never played Strat-O-Matic, essentially it's the inning that he gets tired. If he allows 3 walks and unintentional walks and or hits, he is considered tired. And the dots on the card go from strikeouts to single 2 stars. So here's Dietrich. 1-7, and look at the 1 column between a single and a homer, but just gets under it, and Blackman will make the play, and that's 1 away. And here's Brian Anderson. 1 for 2 on the day with a double. And that's a line drive, and that'll get over the left fielder's head, and into second base is Brian Anderson's second double of the day. And here is Real Muto, and we're not holding on Anderson. Oh, line drive to the third baseman. Arenado gets it, throws to second, and double play. Oh, the Neil Lomax does not help out the Marlins here. Helps out the Rockies. So we'll say that's 5-4. And just like that, Marquez is out of the inning. Go to the bottom of the 6th, and Ruchinski will come back out. And they will have Tayron Guerrero loosening in the pen. And here's LeMahieu, 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. And that's a ground ball to third. Up with it is Rivera over to Bohr, and that's 1 away. And here's Charlie Blackman. And that's a ground ball to shortstop Riddle. He'll get to it. The throw to first, 12 and 11. In time to get Blackman, and that's 2 away here in the bottom half of the 6th. And here's Nolan Arenado, reached base 3 times, homer, single, and a walk. And that's a line drive past the third baseman, base hit. So Arenado is 3 for 3 with a walk. And here is Trevor Story. And this will probably be the last batter for Ruchinski. And that's a ground ball to third. Rivera throws out Story, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies leave 1, and we go to the top half of the 7th. Rockies 6, Marlins nothing. And Marquez will come back out for the 7th. And that's a Justin Bohr, and that's a fly ball left field. Going back a couple steps is Parra. Make the catch. That's 1 away. Just got under it. And here is Sterling Castro. And that's a fly ball left field and just over the glove of Parra, and it'll go to the wall. Into second is Castro with a double. And the Rockies will get bullpen action. Chris Rusin is the lefty is loosening in the pen. And here is JT Riddle. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball deep right field. Going back is Cuevas, that'll get off the wall. And into score from second is Castro. And this might be Ray Charles time. Hit the road jack for Marquez, and that's what they'll do. Marquez goes 6 1/3, gives up, well, at least one run. The run on second is his responsibility. And here comes Chris Rusin to come in and get some outs. As there's a runner on second with one out. And here's J.B. Shuck, 2 for 2 on the day with single and a triple. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball right back to the mound. Rusin looks back, Riddle throws to first, and that's 2 down here in the top half of the 7th. And here is Yadiel Rivera. That's a fly ball left field. That's a tough play for Parra, and that'll get down. Oof, get down for, does he make an error? No, thankfully, but a 2 2 is a base hit, and rounding third and heading home is Riddle. He will score. So that'll close the book on German Marquez. He gives up 2 runs in 6 1/3 innings. And Cameron Maben will come in and pinch hit for Ruchinski. He came in and did a nice job for 2 innings. Okay, so runner on first and 2 outs for Cameron Maben. Lefty-righty matchup. And that's high and outside ball 4. Not what you want if you're a Rockies fan. You just want outs. And leading 6-1, you'd like to get them. So Rusin will face Derek Dietrich, lefty-lefty matchup. For 7, that's a 3. And that's a ground ball right to the first baseman, Desmond. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that'll retire the side. The Marlins get 2. It's not over yet. So Rockies lead 6-2. And Tehran Guerrero will come out to pitch for the Marlins. Okay, so the righty will face Desmond, Murphy, and Parra. Okay, and here is Guerrero. That's a ground ball to second. That's an easy play for Castro. Ranging towards second. The throw to first is... Do they get him? Yes, they do. So good play by Castro, and that'll retire Desmond, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. I wish you'd take me out to the ball game today. And here is Tom Murphy. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And here's Gerardo Parra. Fly ball center field. That's Shuck, and that'll get down. 6 and an 8. No. 4 and a 4. Oh, it'll get down, and it'll get past. Into second is Parra, and he's in with a slide. So here's, actually, they will call back Noel Cuevas, and Carlos Gonzalez will pinch hit and stay in the game and play right field in the later innings. So Cuevas 1 for 3 on the day, but they would rather have Gonzalez's defense. So Gonzalez will face Guerrero. Then they have a big decision of what they're going to do on deck. Maybe not. All right, so runner on second, 2 outs. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Guerrero gets Gonzalez. And oh boy, so well, yeah, I think we're gonna try to do we should have done double switch. Actually, we'll have Chris Iannetta come in for Tom Murphy, and Jake McGee will come in and will pitch the 8th. Okay, so Iannetta will now take over and bat 9th. Actually, yeah, nobody's going to run on him now. So Iannetta will take over. He will, bat 9th. Okay, so, and then the pitcher spot will bat in Murphy's spot. Okay. So Iannetta will bat 9th. The pitcher spot will come up 6th. And coming in to pitch is Jake McGee. Okay. Sorry, it's taking a little bit. Here we go. All right, so Russin pitches his inning, although he did allow inherited runners to score. He still got the job done. So 6-2 here in the top of the 8th. Jake McGee is finishing his warm-up tosses, and here's Brian Anderson, 2 for 3 on the day. And make that 2 for 4. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's 1 out for Marlins in the top of the 8th. And here is JT Realmuto. 6. Ground ball to second. LeMahieu up with it. The throw to first. 5 and a 9. Yeah, that's a good play. DJ LeMahieu makes great play and throws to first, and that's 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's Justin Bohr. And that's a catcher X. That's Iannetta. And this is probably the good thing why they made the move, because an E1 over an E16. So 4 and a 14, that should be an easy play. And an E16 and a 7 would have been an error. But an E1, that's an easy play. So 4 and a 14. With nobody on, that's a high pop-up in front of the plate. Iannetta takes off the mask and retires Bohr and retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies lead 6-2. And Adam Conley will come in and pitch the 8th here for the Marlins. And here's Chris Iannetta. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So let me put Conley in the game. Struck him out. Back to the top of the order. Here's DJ LeMahieu, 2 for 4. 2 singles, a strikeout, and a ground out. And that's a fly ball left field. Coming in a step or two is Dietrich, and he'll make the play. Here's Charlie Blackmon, 2 for 3 on the day with a walk, single, and a home run. And against the lefty, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Adam Conley pitches a 1-2-3/8. Will go to the 9th. And McGee will not stay on. Adam Ottavino will come on and try to close the game out. Wade Davis is loosening in the pen if need be. So we'll have... And he will face Starlin Castro, JT Riddle, and JB Shuck. Although we might get, we'll have Shuck stay in the game. All right, so here's Ottavino against Castro for the top of the 9th. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's one down here in the 9th. And here is JT Riddle, double his last time up. And that's to the second baseman, LeMahieu. He'll get to it and throw to first in time. I should have these memorized by now, but I don't. And 2 outs. Rockies fans are on their feet, clapping, waiting for Ottavino to get the last out. And here's JB Shuck, the last hope for the Marlins. And that's a ground ball right back to the mound. Ottavino underhands it to Desmond, and that's your ball game. The Rockies win 6-2 in this final game of a 3-game set. All right, well, I've got a few minutes here. Rockies did their damage early and often. 3-run homer by Arenado in the first, and then more long ball with Charlie Blackmon in the 4th, and that was pretty much the coup de grace. Marquez will get the win. He went 6 1/3, gave up 2 runs, and 1, 2. He struck out 5 from the looks of it. All right, well, the next series is against the Giants. I believe I'm going to get 2 out of 3 on that, and that will actually, when the Giants series is over, that will be the official halfway point. So, all right, everybody, that's all from Coors Field here today, our virtual Coors Field. I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, doing your social distancing, and only doing essential travel. And whatever games you are playing, may your games be lively and your games be good. Have a good day, everybody.